Welcome to Innovative with the brand new Microsoft Surface 8 RT tablet. So this is the ARM version. There will be a Pro version coming out in January, and as you can see we have a 10.6 inch HD display, which is quite beautiful. We have a camera on top, which is HD of course, and there's also here a little sensor that knows when I have my finger over it, the display should turn off after a few seconds, I guess, because it thinks it's too dark. And we have on the bottom of course here home button, so if you open up a program you can always go back here to the home screen. But let's check out the hardware first. So we have on the left side here only a volume rocker, headphone port, and there is, I think, a speaker right there. Then on the top there's two more speakers, or maybe even a microphone in here, and the on and off switch. If you hold the off switch for 5 seconds the device will turn off. It will not ask you anything like an Android. And this is the most important side. We have micro HDMI, USB, and also here the dock for charging. And if you open up here the back, the kickstand, you will see that we have actually behind the kickstand here the micro SD slot. So you can use micro SDs up to 32 gigs. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but there should be a micro SD. Du kannst den Knopf vorne drücken ein bisschen. Nein, hier drücken. Genau, und dann fokussiert er besser. Genau. So, there's a micro SD slot, and this is the 32 gig version, but you can also buy 64 gig. You can close it up and it has a pretty nice sound. On the bottom you have here the docking connector for the keyboard, which we will of course connect in a second. And on the back there's actually also a webcam, which doesn't have a flashlight, but that's not important. Then we have here the Windows logo on the bottom, and let's take a keyboard, for example the white one. There's different colors available, and you can just put it on here. It's magnetic, and then you can start typing here and start searching for different programs. Let's actually put it down like this. Open up the kickstand, and then you can start typing. You won't feel anything on the keyboard except for of course the different spaces, but you can start typing and it works quite nice. Typing in WO brings you Word right away, and then you can start using Word. For example, we have a nice trackpad here on the bottom, so you can even use the old mouse if you don't want to touch the screen while you use it in office mode. And you have also here left and right mouse button on the bottom corner, so you can see you can use it like a netbook, but this cover is quite slim and light. It's only a few millimeters thick, and it doesn't need too much extra power either, which is of course quite nice. You can close it up, and then we have it on the go pretty nicely with you. This is the white version. As I said, there's more versions available, and from the outside it feels also quite great. If you open it up, the display will turn on right away again. Let me open up the kickstand also, and let's check out Windows. So if I hit the Windows button again, you can see we have here the start screen, and you can switch between programs if you go here from the side, also always here in the screen. And if you just do this, go back and forth, you can see what different apps you have open here on the side. And otherwise, if you are just open here, if you are in one app, you can close it. If you go all the way from the top to the bottom, it will completely close it, and you don't need the X button anymore like before. If you go from the right side, you will see that we have the Charms menu, which gives you a few options for searching, and you can go right away to the settings, for example. You can set your Wi-Fi settings right there. And then we have of course in Windows RT the 4 Office 2013 programs that you can see here. There's no Outlook, but Word, Excel, PowerPoint and OneNote. That should be, I think, enough for most of the users. And you can set of course every program here. Let's go back to the menu. You can set the space of the programs. If you just flick it a little bit to the top, you will see that there is a little check, and then we have on the bottom corner a few options for deleting it from the start menu, for example. And you can also make it bigger, and you can of course move it around also if you just hold it a little bit longer, and then you can bring it anywhere. And you have here also a little space that tells you which screen you have. So we have 3 screens right now, and you can see actually the different screens right here that you can of course edit also if you go into the zoom mode. And yeah, this is the first impression here of the Windows Surface tablet RT version. Taking off the cover is not that easy, so it's quite a strong magnet. And there's also a different cover here available, which gives you real keys if you prefer that. So you can use here a real keyboard also for typing, which is also quite nice if you are used to netbooks, for example. This is a really great keyboard. And before we finish this first hands-on video, let's actually compare it with the Apple iPad, which is not the same size as you can see here. There's quite a size difference, especially since that's a 9.7 inch screen and this is a 10.6 inch screen. And let's go back to the home screens on both and let's check out how fast they rotate. Then you can see here that actually the Windows RT tablet with 10 hours of battery life is also quite fast, and the specs are also about the same. And if you put them on each other, you can see that in terms of thickness they are actually about the same also, but the Windows tablet gives you more options in terms of USB port, micro SD card reader and so on. So that's, I think, a way better tablet than the Apple iPad, and it costs the same. So this was the Windows 8 Surface RT tablet. My name is Balázs Gál from Devil TV. Thank you much for watching. Till next time, please tune in again. And yeah, this was Devil TV.